story the world loves to tell. Graduate, get a job, buy a home, plant your flag, put down roots. But I was never interested in planting flags, not at the start. I wanted to learn how far I could go before I chose where to stay.
The dream of homeownership is powerful, a symbol of safety, of making it, of belonging. But the greatest fortunes, the wildest innovations, they rarely start with a deed and a welcome mat. Billionaires know a house can be a fortress, but it can also be a cage. If you want to explore the map, you can't chain yourself to one corner of it. This is Billionaire's Take. Tonight, why the wealthiest don't settle down first.
Most people are taught to fear uncertainty. A house feels like certainty, solid, unmoving, permanent. But what it often brings is gravity, not freedom. Early on, I wanted flexibility, to fail fast, pivot quickly, and invest in my mobility, not in a mortgage. You can always buy walls later, but you only get one shot at discovering how far you can run before you settle.
The truth, assets come in many shapes. Early in the journey, liquidity is worth more than a fireplace. The ability to say yes to new cities, new markets, new partnerships. That's where the seeds of empires are sown. Every billionaire I've known invested first in what moves. Their skills, their businesses, their networks. The house came after the story was written.
Let me give you a story that changed how I see it. There's a legend in Silicon Valley. When Steve Jobs and other young founders got their first windfalls, they didn't buy mansions. They rented. They slept in spare rooms, on friends' couches, in makeshift offices. Because every dollar, every ounce of attention went back into their mission, not into hardwood floors or garden views.
Elon Musk is another example. When he cashed out of PayPal, he didn't buy a big house. He put almost every cent into SpaceX and Tesla. He lived in rented homes, sometimes even his factories, risking everything on ideas bigger than any living room. He understood, a house can make you comfortable, but comfort rarely launches rockets.
The world thinks homeownership is an investment, but billionaires know that, at first, the best investment is in freedom. The freedom to chase opportunity, to adapt, to fail without fear of losing what you own. Assets tied to earth can wait. Assets tied to vision, to motion, to risk. Those are the ones that multiply.
This isn't anti-home. It's pro-growth. Buy the house when the mission is built, when your fortune can absorb roots without choking your wings. Until then, your greatest asset is your mobility, your ability to act quickly, to change course, to say yes before the window closes.
Too many dreams have died in a mortgage. Too many revolutions have been postponed by a picket fence. A home should be a reward, not a starting line. The journey comes first. The address can wait.
In the end, every billionaire you admire built their fortune by betting on themselves, on movement, on possibility, on the unknown. They anchored only after they'd mapped the ocean. Their first home was risk, and it paid the best interest of all.
Don't settle too soon. Don't trade your journey for a key and a door. Home will call you when it's time.
And this is Billionaire's Take.